With great power, there must also come the best there is. Spider-Man and Wolverine team up for the biggest adventure in Marvel Comics. Who or what is targeting this unlikely duo, and what can they do to stop it? Get ready for a non-stop thrill ride of big villains, bigger threats, and even bigger surprises as Logan and Peter Parker team up against the machinations of a plot too big for just one hero. Alright, that's a lot of promises for Marvel to be given. Let's see if it lives up to it. So yeah, this is Spider-Man and Wolverine, issue number 1 from Marvel Comics. It is a team up between Spider-Man and Wolverine, as we can obviously tell. And it is very interesting, I would say. First off, the artwork. If you're looking at this and you're like, yeah, this artwork seems kind of familiar. Basically, the artist is trying to mimic Todd McFarlane's artwork. And yeah, it kind of works at times. I actually kind of dig this artwork. You know what? I always like Todd's style. I always like the more like old school art style from like, 90s. 80s, 70s, even going back. And so one thing I always wonder is how come they never have anyone that tries to like mimic that style, like mimic like old school style. And so yeah, we have someone trying to mimic Todd McFarlane's old school style. And we start off with Wolverine, and he is fighting some robots in Berlin, and he's going to a Hydra safe house, or what's left of one, I should say. As he's going to meet this guy named Bill Branscombe, who's a career spy and intelligence agent for the highest bidder. And Bill has a mission for Wolverine. Tells Wolverine about this thing named the Janus Directory. And it is a master database of the world's double agents. So it is a intel that S.H.I.E.L.D. got their hands on. And basically it has the identity of every single undercover agent from the past to the present. It includes all their records, includes their real identities. It includes every single mission that they've ever been on. So it's pretty much a intel nuke. Like whoever can get their hands on this can do a lot of damage if they want. And so Wolverine has been tasked to find it. And then that's when we cut to Spider-Man, who's on his way to meet his possible girlfriend. Her name is Shay, and he says that they've been on dates before, but they're technically not at the boyfriend-girlfriend stage yet. But they've been on a bunch of dates, so I don't know how you can go on a bunch of dates without actually dating. Then again, I don't know, maybe it's like some new thing going on nowadays. I've been out of the dating scene for way too long. Yeah, I'm not all that familiar with who Shay is. I did just a super quick research on her. Apparently, she is a psychiatrist at a place with maybe a bunch of supervillains, and it had something to do with Anna Watson. Like, I guess Anna Watson was a patient, and Shay was like her psychiatrist or whatever, and she ended up introducing Shay to Peter, and they kind of hit it off. Whatever. But yeah, they're having this date. Shay is basically trying to kind of diagnose Peter during this date, where she's trying to think of the excuse for why Peter is late and why his life is such a dumpster fire, and it stems from his childhood and his lack of parents and stuff. I'm like, first off, never do that. Never try to diagnose your date in the middle of a date. And if you're going to do so, like if you're like trying to look for like red flags or anything, which she's not, she's just diagnosing him. But if you're trying to do that, like do it in your head. Don't bring it up to the person that you're on the date with. Basically, the fact that Peter's parents were spies is going to play a huge part in this. Obviously, if you couldn't have guessed from the whole like secret agent database thing, we're going to learn more about Peter's mom and dad. And I'll be honest with you, I hate the whole Peter Parker's parents were secret agent super spies. I thought that was a really stupid plotline. It always worked better to me, that Peter's parents were just regular people and they were killed, and so he was raised by his uncle and aunt who are just regular people. Because then it gives the whole this is just a regular dude who one day discovered that he had superpowers, and so he's using them to try to make the world a better place. Rather than, oh yeah, his parents were super spies and, yada yada yada. I don't know. I always hated when they try to do stuff like this. But yeah, Wolverine comes up and he interrupts the date and basically drags Peter away from Shay and tells him that we're on a mission and the database is inside this S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier. And before they can do anything, they get attacked by Omega Red and Kraven. And so we get a fight scene. And the fight scene's pretty cool. I like it. Again, the artwork, I enjoyed the artwork. It's very much just bootleg Todd McFarlane, but again, I like Todd McFarlane's old school work, so I kind of like the artwork here. It just kind of, it very much looks like something that you would read in like the 90s, only with less edginess and more Marvel humor, which I'm not a big fan of. I get it. Peter cracks jokes. I'm totally fine with that, but I also like when Peter knows when to be serious. So yeah, we get a fight, and this is where things take a weird turn. So we have Kraven. He pulls out a rocket launcher. He shoots it. Wolverine deflects it with his claws. I don't know how you deflect a rocket with your claws without blowing it up. You would think that if he slashed at it, he would cut it and it would explode, but no, he deflects it away and ends up blowing the side of this building, which drops the helicarrier, and Wolverine gets buried under a bunch of rocks, and then when he comes out, he's like digging himself out of his coffin. And basically we just get a weird LSD trip. We have like Peter, he wakes up with the Ultimate X helmet that Logan had, and he tries to shoot some web, only instead of shooting web, he has Wolverine's claws. And we have them like jumping back and forth between like different memories. We have a moment where Logan comes across Mariko, and Green Goblin shows up and blows her up. So it's just like their memories are somehow mixing up together. So yeah, this part was like just really, really weird. I was like, what the hell is going on here? Like, this just seems kind of like a trip. And then we do have a bunch of fan service, I guess you can say. Not in the like manga fan service sense, but just in the, hey, remember this? It's member berry fan service. So we have Peter Parker as Wolverine having the metal like ripped out of his body by Magneto. We have the famous scene where we have Wolverine, only now as Peter, lifting up something heavy as the rain pour. Basically, it's famous moments and panels from both of their histories, and it's redone, only they're kind of switched in their roles. So Peter is experiencing all of Logan's memories, and Logan is experiencing all of Peter's. And it turns out that basically Mysterio is the one that's doing all of this. So Kraven is teaming up not just with Omega Red, but also with Mysterio. And Peter is going to confront Mysterio while Logan takes care of Omega Red and Kraven. And while Peter's doing that, he easily beats Mysterio. Like, he just punches him in the face, knocks him out. He's down for the count. And so Peter starts downloading all the information. He starts hacking it. And as he's doing that, all the names pop up. Mary and Richard Parker pop up. And he's like, my parents, I don't know much about them, but now I can gather information on them. And he decides to find out how they die. And there's this final transmission where we see Peter's parents, they're in a plane, and then all of a sudden Logan appears, and it looks like he's going to attack them. So it looks like they're trying to paint it that Logan is responsible for the death of Peter's parents. So pretty sure we're going to get a Spider-Man versus Wolverine in the next issue where they're fighting each other, because we always have to have that in a crossover. Anytime we get a crossover with two different characters, they always got to fight each other at some point for some reason. Always a misunderstanding. I don't know how to feel about this issue. I thought the beginning part was kind of interesting. I don't like the whole Peter's parents being super spies. I thought they had retconned that, but maybe they didn't. I don't know. But I never liked that aspect of the storyline. So the fact that that's going to be a main focus here, I'm not too big a fan of that. But I do like the whole idea of there being this database that has the information of every single spy in the world, all their information, all of their missions and stuff. And that's Peter and Logan on a race to try to gather that information before someone else can take it and do some heavy damage with it. Like, that's a pretty interesting premise. Artwork also, again, I really like the artwork. Even though it is Todd McFarlane copy, it is cool. Like, I like it. Once it gets into the whole Mysterio hallucination moment, I don't know, that kind of just threw me off, and I didn't really care for that whole aspect. And I don't like the whole setup of Logan may be the one responsible for killing Peter's parents. I'm assuming that's going to end up being not the case, especially since it's weird because earlier on we have a moment where Wolverine's talking to Bill, and Bill shows him some folders and one of the folders, it looks like Logan is looking at a picture of Peter's mom and her holding a child, which I'm assuming could be Peter. Maybe this is supposed to be someone else, but it looks like Logan is seeing an image of Peter's mom. And I'm like, don't tell me they're going to try to do something with Logan and Peter's mom. That would just be even worse than what we have now. But is the thing supposed to be that Logan to help them fake their deaths so that they can run away somewhere and hide, and then something happened and they decide to give up Peter? Like, is that where we're going with this? I don't know. I'm not really all that interested in the whole spy aspect of Peter's parents, but I guess we'll see where it goes. So yeah, I liked the first half of this issue. Second half kind of lost me, but we'll see. We'll see where it goes. All in all, I thought this was it was okay. Pretty interesting first half. Cool artwork. Second half kind of ruined it a little bit for me, but I'm going to see where the writer decides to take it with the next issue. So yeah, I'm kind of on the fence about this one. But that's Spider-Man and Wolverine issue number 1 from Marvel Comics. Tell me what you think. Did you enjoy it? Not enjoy it? Are you looking forward to reading it or not? But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you next time. Take care. Later. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still want to thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next one is more to your liking. With that said, thank you once again, and I hope you guys and gals have a good one. Later.